What's going on, good people? It's Iceberg here with another video for you. Sometimes I know some of you may wonder, how do I go about getting the content that I make? Like where do I find my topics for the videos that I'm making? Well, it comes from multiple different ways. Sometimes it's just things that I experience in the garden. If I see something that I feel like it may help somebody else, then I'll go ahead, set up the cameras, press record, get some footage, and then if I can turn it into a video that I feel is presentable, I'll go ahead and put that out, because as I said in the past, the goal and intent of my channel and my videos is that it just helps one person. If one person takes hold of something that I'm saying and it helps to benefit them in their life, that's what I'm going for in my videos. So that's one way that I go about getting content. Another way, and probably my favorite way to get topics for content, is from interacting with you all. Whether it's somebody getting in the comment section, contacting me via one of my contact sources. A lot of times people chat with me on other people's channels. I don't like doing that as much. I don't mind it as long as the host doesn't mind it, but I know a lot of hosts want the chat to be talking about whatever the subject matter is they are talking about. So don't be shy about reaching out to me in the comment section on any one of my videos. Reaching out to me at the contact information that I have. I put it on the screen and it's always in the description down below. So there's ways to reach out to me. Do not be shy about reaching out to me those ways. I would be more than happy to interact with you. And if there's a video that you want me to make, or a topic you want me to cover, I'll be more than happy to do some research and put that video out. That's what I enjoy doing. The way that I came about the topic I'm going to talk about right now is through conversation with my wife. We talk about things all the time, so sometimes she'll be watching a different content creator talking about a totally different subject, but something about it resonates with her, so she'll want to tell me about it. We'll talk about it, and because my mind is on gardening and things like that, or in my mind maybe on a different subject, like I've made videos on totally different subjects, but whatever my mind is thinking about at the time, sometimes I can link what she's telling me about a situation in the video she's watching with something that I'm thinking about, to give me an idea for some content. So in this example here, she was watching a video, and they were, all right, disclaimer, I got to give a disclaimer. I'm not anyway a medical expert. I've been to 0 days of medical school. I have 0 medical qualifications. I am not giving anybody medical advice. What I'm about to do is just tell a story, and people do with it whatever they want. I'm not giving anybody any medical advice. So in the story, a person was diagnosed with a degenerative disease. So think about anybody who may hear this that may have a degenerative disease, and the doctor tells you, they're diagnosing you with whatever this disease is, right? Or condition, let's call it. It may not be a disease, but a degenerative thing they diagnose you with. And so the person asks the doctor, all right, well, what can I do? Can I change my diet? Can I, exercise? Or are there things I can do in my lifestyle to kind of maybe reverse this condition? And the doctor's like, no, there's really nothing you can do. There's nothing you eat. There's nothing you could change. It's just some people have this and some people don't. It just kind of is what it is, and you just kind of have to deal with it. So the person's like, okay, that's not really sitting well with them, but you listen to the doctors. They're the trained medical experts. So the doctor then proceeds to prescribe the person a medication to combat the pain, they say. So this person's kind of thinking about it, I guess after the fact or whatever, like, you just told me that there's nothing that I can do, change about my lifestyle to help this condition, but then you proceed to prescribe me a medication because I have this condition. So that means I'm taking something for this condition. That doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. So what this person proceeded to do was do their own research. This is the advice I'm giving you. Do your own research. So this person proceeded to do their own research and find out more about the condition, what it actually meant, like what was actually physically happening within their body that was causing that condition to be what it was. And then from there, the person researched their own diet and recognized that they had basically 0% of the things in their diet currently that helped with the growth, the positive growth of their condition. Like basically to replenish or to regenerate whatever it is that their body was actually missing. They had 0% of those things in their diet. What that doctor failed to do with this person is ask them any questions about how to actually, what they do with their lifestyle, what is their diet, what they can do to actually incorporate some things and try some things before they went straight to prescribing a medicine and telling them that basically this is something you have to live with and you're going to have to take this medicine for the rest of your life. Make sure that the people you are getting your advice from have your best interests at heart. If you have a doctor, if you have a counselor, therapist, financial analyst, anybody who you have doing work for you that you're paying, make sure that when you pay them, they have your best interests at heart. That's the advice that I'm giving you. Do your own research and make sure the people you are paying to look out for you have your best interests at heart. Because believe it or not all doctors are looking out for you. Some of them get paid money to prescribe you that medicine, allegedly. Some of them get kickbacks, allegedly, for prescribing certain medications and telling people that they have to take these medications and never actually diving into more holistic ways for that person to avoid taking any medication and just change their diet and totally reverse the cycle of whatever's happening within their body. Again, I'm not giving medical advice. I'm not telling anybody to stop taking their medication. You do your own research. You be an adult. You make your own decisions. Iceberg's not responsible for the decisions you make. I'm only responsible for the decisions I make. My wife is grown. She's responsible for the decisions she makes. You are responsible for the decisions that you make. Now, if you're deciding to just continue to take your doctor's advice and not do your own research about your own body, your own conditions, the things that are happening within your body, and how you maybe just need to start eating more vegetables of a certain type to bring the natural nutrients into your body to help eliminate whatever is maybe toxic in your body or whatever maybe not developing at a proper rate within your body. If you learned about those things and then started growing the stuff yourself, you could get rid of the cost of whatever the medicine is if it does cost you any money. Stop taking that medicine and potentially poisoning your body with who knows what. People are afraid to take the vaccination for COVID, but take other kind of medications and supplements and pills that are made in factories every day. All of these things are approved by the same organization. So either you believe in it or you don't. But picking and choosing for dumb reasons doesn't make a whole lot of sense. So make sure that you are responsible for the choices that you make. Period. Don't worry about anybody else's choice. Don't worry about anybody else's choice to take a vaccination or not. Worry about your choice of whether or not you're going to do that. And if you don't do it, what are you going to do to supplement? If you're not going to take that medicine the doctor prescribed, what can you do to change your diet to fill in the voids for maybe where you're not eating properly, eating all of the things that you need to get all the proper nutrients you need so your body can actually just live healthy on its own as it's designed to. Think about our ancestors. Before all of these synthetic medications existed, they lived to still be in their 90s. A lot of them, they lived to be very old, not taking most of these synthetic medications. This is not a shot at science. This is not a shot at technology or any of that. I love all of those things. I love science because it helps gardening. I love technology. It helps me make these videos. I'm into all of that. But what I'm not into is people just blindly following advice of people who may not have their best interests at heart. So make sure that you're doing your own research and that the people you're taking advice from have your best interests at heart. This is Iceberg. Salute.